Hello, my fellow human beings. So, I've had a very exhausting week, but I took the day off from school today and hiked up on this hill. I'm trying to ground myself. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And as I was walking up the hill, I thought about the political situation in the country I live right now. It's a little bit devastating, and the fires happening in LA, they're just scary. And I was really devastated and hopeless. And then I talked to my dad and we talked about trust. And now I do have hope again, because trust, it's the essence of our life. If somebody says I don't have trust in anything, they're lying. Because every morning when you wake up, you trust your feet that they carry you once you step on the ground, get out of bed. You trust your heart that it beats for another day for you to experience. Sorry, I had to change the location because there were like a lot of people walking by and they always interrupted me, which is fine, but I was searching for some peace, and so I took shelter here near the woods. So I think I talked about trust, yeah. And through that we trust our heart to beat just one more day, we admit that we have trust. But it's on us to decide in which aspects of life we're gonna use that trust. If you go bungee jumping and you just trust that you won't die, it's a different thing that when you just go through life and encounter situations where you seem or where it seems hopeless, and when you trust then that God or the universe or whatever you believe in has something planned, life gets way more enjoyable and way more easy. And I'm a firm believer that it's in our own hands to take a life and turn it into something beautiful, and to create something on this planet. But in some situations you're just helpless and you can't do anything except for praying or hoping or setting intentions. And in those cases we just need to accept that it's not on us, and we need to trust. Because I'm sure you've encountered a lot of dark situations in your life, but you're still here. And those situations maybe would have been easier if you just had the trust that it's going to get better. I myself have struggled with dark times, and once I started trusting in God or the universe or this higher power, that there's something more, that it's gonna get better, I started recovering. And when I feel hopeless, I have a prayer, and I say something like, God or universe or higher power, please give me the strength to take matters in my own hand when I can't change something, and please give me trust to let those things be that I can't change and accept them, and give me the power to recognize which is which. It basically means that whenever you're in a situation that you ask for the power, or ask your inner power to tell you which of those two cases are right now, are important right now, or are just here right now. Whether you have to take matters into your own hand, or if you have to trust. And maybe you think it's something you have to take in your own hands, and then you fail and you feel miserable, but it's nothing to feel bad about, because you tried, and now it's on you to have trust. And yeah, that's about trust. It really makes life easier if you just are open to the idea that there's something taking care of us and taking care of the things that we're not in charge of. And there's actually a funny story that my dad tells me when I say, yeah, I trust in the higher power, but nothing's happening. Then he says, you know, there was a man, and he was driving his bike to the train station, and he was about to miss his train, and so he didn't lock his bike, just went on the train. And the whole way he was praying, please God, make that nobody steals my bike, and it's still there. So he returns in the evening from work, and his bike is still there, and he's so grateful. He takes his bike, drives to the nearest church, and leaves the bike outside and goes inside and says, thank you God, thank you for protecting my bike. And then he goes outside, and his bike was stolen. And the story is trying to say that take matters into your own hand. Yeah, and don't always trust in something that you can change yourself. And it's often hard to recognize that you can change things yourself, and it's sometimes hard to recognize that you don't have the power to change things. And that's basically the message of today. Do have trust, but first ask yourself if you have the power to change it yourself, maybe. And it's always good to have trust, but I just believe that, yeah, you know, it's on us to make life worth living for ourselves, for the people around us. And sometimes we just feel inferior, and that's okay. We just need to hold on to the trust that everything is working out the way it's supposed to. You're in that situation because you're supposed to learn a lesson out of it. And just keep on being kind and that's the sign for me to stop the video. Goodbye, my fellow human beings. I hope you have a great day, and this message received you when you needed it.